Welcome back to Jack of All Games Tabletop. I'm Dave Wallace, and it's another video where we're talking about RPGs and in particular D&D. Obviously, I like to talk about this one because I have a regular game that happens in my house, usually every 2 weeks or so. For the longest time, I was the DM, and lately I've been taking a break, and my buddy Russell has been the DM, and I get a chance to just play again. But I still meet people regularly who don't know much about it. They only know about it from, hearing about it on TV shows. And a lot of times when I'm, at work talking to people about it, they'll say, is it? What's it like? I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. I'm interested. I'm curious about it. So I thought instead of just doing my usual me rambling about these things, I thought I'd let you talk to my players, people that I play with. So I took a couple of questions about being a beginning player and what expectations were like, and I asked some of the people at my table to answer it for you. And also took a couple of questions just for Russell as far as the DM's perspective and what it's like for new DMs as well. So yeah, not a very long video, but maybe just give you some different voices other than mine. So here we go. Okay, so since like me, you have been playing this game since 1942 when dice were made from wood. Besides the rules, what, if anything, has changed about D&D since you started playing?
Probably acceptance. Like, if nothing else, it's the game in and of itself is the same. It's a bunch of people sitting around telling a story with some dice. But it's ingrained itself into culture that I think it's just normal now. Whereas back when we played it, it was
just nerds.
Yeah, and it was like underground or scary, like there were just people that were genuinely like spooked out.
That is
so it was different. It feels okay now. I'm not afraid to tell people that I play D&D.
Good answer. All right.
So much better when you know what's happening.
So Hector, what did you expect this game to be like before you played it?
I really didn't have any kind of expectations for the game. I knew I was going to have fun, and it was just going to be something to experience.
There was nothing that made you go, I want to play this?
So the real reason I started playing was to get my kids involved away from TV and socialize with the family and help them with their schoolwork.
Okay.
So that's why I started it. And then I learned a little bit more. I found a group, and then you found me.
I had no idea. All I knew about D&D was what I had seen on Big Bang Theory and Stranger Things. So that was it.
Just knew that it was a game.
That was what I expected.
I had zero expectations. I'd heard a little bit about D&D and thought the imagination aspect of it was awesome. So I had zero expectations, way better than I could have thought.
To be honest, I had no idea what to expect. Never got the rundown of D&D, just knew it was some kind of fantasy game. Had no idea. Grabbed the bull by the horns, and here we are.
Do you have a preference between being a player and being a DM?
It's always a tough one. I guess it depends on if I'm currently a player or a DM. I always want to do the other. It's fun to be a DM because you get to try out all the cool stuff that you would never do as a player, or you just don't get the chance very often. But it also kind of at the same time puts you in a corner because you're limited on, directing other people.
Yep.
So it's again, if I'm DMing, I usually end up wanting to play. If I'm playing, I get tired of it and I want to DM.
And then anything surprise you about the game the first time you played it?
No, not really surprised. Just I like the imaginative aspect of it.
It wasn't like more rules intensive than you thought, or too much acting, or
no. I like the aspect that it wasn't like a regular board game. You could do anything you want, really.
Okay. So then what surprised you about the game once you played it?
That I actually liked it.
That you found yourself to be a nerd? Okay.
The ability to really kind of do anything or choose your own path, kind of open world type sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Endless possibilities
Very
instead
good.
of the normal
Cool.
board game. Go here, go there, go here, go there.
How much your imagination can actually run wild.
Okay. So then what do you like most about being a DM?
Control. No, I enjoy the surprise of, and we've kind of gone over this before. You can set up anything and everything for what you feel is a good campaign and adventure and story, and go through step by step. It never goes that way. But when you kind of embrace that,
Sure.
it's super cool to see people come up with stuff that you just don't expect. Very random stuff. Like we've actually seen recently, just
Yeah.
some stuff that just
Yeah.
plays out where you never saw it going.
Very true. How would you describe D&D to someone who's never heard of it?
Bloody lovely. Definitely very, very unique and imaginative.
Fun, exciting, and expect the unexpected.
Fantasy role playing.
But if they're like, what are you talking about? What does that mean?
Everybody knows what fantasy is. I feel like everybody knows what role playing is, don't they? No? I mean, you're playing, it's just an open-ended, it's whatever you want it to be.
Okay, that's terrible. All right.
Fantasy, it's a fantasy game. There are no real rules that you have to go by. You kind of get to do as you please in the game, and your strategy becomes what the game is, the outcome of the game.
Any advice to someone new who says they want to try to be the DM of their new group?
Just go ahead and do it. I mean, it seems daunting, but it really does take a lot less work than it seems, because you're simply reacting to what people are saying. I mean, and at the end, most people just assume you know more than them. You can make up whatever you want. I mean, it's one of those things where it's just, you just do it. And again, because it's more accepted now, it's a general community. Most people are really cool. I mean, they like people doing new DMs because everybody comes up with new stuff. If you just don't panic or worry about like, oh, am I going to be any good? There's no good. You just do. And the more you do it, the more you kind of learn. And you're like, okay, I want to try this next time or set this up. Those are things you can't even start to fathom. Like, you don't know what you don't know until you try. So just do it.
What is your favorite part of playing? It could be like role playing, socializing, combat, strategy, story, beer, whatever. Whatever.
I would say the getting to know the people you're playing with mind. Yeah,
Okay.
the way everyone tackles a different situation, almost like chess in a way.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of playing? Role playing, socializing, combat, strategy, story, the snacks,
I think
beer.
all of it's fun. All of it's fun.
Okay.
I always leave here with a smile on my face.
What is your favorite part about playing?
Probably
Role playing,
combat.
The combat?
Yeah, because I'm
Nice.
getting better at it.
All right, nice. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Besides gabbing with your best friend while Russell's busy trying to tell the story, what is your favorite part of playing D&D? Role playing, socializing, combat, strategy, story, snacks.
Story.
Just getting into the story, unraveling the story. What should people who've never played expect that they probably don't? If you were telling somebody, hey, you got to play in D&D, here's what you should expect.
To expect to allow yourself the freedom to play the game. Because in the beginning, you're very cautious because you don't know what you're expecting, but just have fun with it.
All right.
From the start.
I think everybody just is surprised when I talk to them that it's not like a regular board game. You don't have to roll a dice and move a certain squares. It's all about you and your thoughts and your imaginations and everyone else's. And that's kind of how I explain it to people.
I want to real quick get a shot of all of the dice that you don't have to roll. All right.
That it can be a lot more detailed and involved than you might think, and taking notes is a good idea.
Good.
Expect the unexpected.
And then last one, is there anything in your personal life that you may have gained or awakened from playing, i.e. creativity, acting ability, confidence?
I mean, I don't think it's like changed anything about me, but it's like fun to hang out with my husband.
I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with me?
Yeah, definitely working on my accent, working on charisma. You know, if people ever know me here, I'm kind of willing to jump in and do whatever. So I kind of like getting into character and messing around and having a good time.
Personally, I think it just made me a nicer person.
Really? You're already a nice guy. You always play the perfect good guy.
And that's what it is. I play that the half work good guy.
Maybe just more confidence in decisions and yeah.
Okay, cool. Very good. Thank you very much. So there it is. Yeah, there's some of my players and my friends and my wife and their perspectives on what it was like for them to first start playing D&D. For those of you out there who might be interested in giving it a shot, personally, some things that I would have said, like in describing D&D to somebody who doesn't know anything about it, it is a game, but it's like building a story together. It's like writing a novel all together, and each person deciding the outcome of their own characters. And absolute freedom, as you heard on here as well. Also, one of the things that I would say to people to maybe expect that they're not expecting, expect it to take longer. Sometimes games run long. If you're on a schedule, don't say, oh yeah, we're going to be done in 2 hours. Even if they plan on 2, it's probably going to be 3, 4, could be 5 hours. You never know. We usually plan on about 3 hours, and it often goes up to 4. Socializing, snacks, bathroom breaks, all that stuff ends up just going a little bit longer. So, but yeah, so if you get a babysitter, plan accordingly for stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, just thought I'd give you a little bit of, like I said, different perspective. Hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, get out there and roll some dice. Thank you once again for watching Jack of All Games Tabletop. I really appreciate the support, and if you wouldn't mind, maybe give it a little thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Of course, I love reading your comments, and with any questions, suggestions, or corrections, feel free to leave them in the comments. Or, of course, you can always get a hold of me at jackofallgamespt@gmail.com. And if you're a game designer and you want to talk about your game on the show, I'd love to hear from you, so drop me a message. And now, I will persuade you to hit the like button with a persuasion roll. Well, turns out I have advantage on persuasion rolls. Yeah. I believe I have 1 point of inspiration left. So, yeah. Hey, check out my hot wife. Yeah, she's always distracting me. Aha, and as you can see, I have rolled a natural 20. Therefore, you are persuaded to hit the like button. And now, thanks to my power of persuasion, I know that I will see you next week.